Hello Cambridge, my name is Isabella Paez and this is my critical reflection questions. This is just a contents page that gives an overview of the questions I will be answering and how many slides each of them are. The title of our short film is called the AICE. The film's genre is a mystery and involves heavy drama. The film focuses on the character Rebecca finding a mysterious notebook left from the main character Amy and a mystery of what happened to her. The main theme surrounds mental illness since it's implied the character Amy did something revolving that. In this film, it shows the different experiences a teenager with no mental illness has and one that does, and how it affects them throughout high school. How does your product use or challenge conventions, and how does it represent social groups or issues? The genre connotations we used were voiceovers and background music, used to give a feeling of suspense. We used different camera angles and techniques to add to the feeling while also adding different types of lighting. In our film, we use suspenseful background music over the voiceover while also using and interpreting the camera angles and lighting to give the audience a sense of suspense and mystery. We used a voiceover as a way to show that something has happened to the character Amy without intentionally saying it. We also had Rebecca find the notebook that was left behind by Amy to create a sense of mystery to show somehow, some way that these characters cross paths without either of them knowing. Next, for technical codes, we made the clips take place in a high school to show that both the characters are teenagers aging from 14 to 18. We took shots of the character looking at the notebook she found with a shot of her flipping to the page with an eye drawn in it to show how the title is connected to the notebook, and to show how the film is focused on that notebook and what's inside it. We filmed scenes using dark lighting and shots of the character walking in lightly lit hallways to give that feeling that something bad might have happened and that she's about to find out what. The social issues and groups in this film revolves around and represents how some teens may feel like they have no one to talk to while going through some sort of mental illness or issue. The struggles shown in this film is the differences between someone with a mental illness and one without, and how their high school experiences are completely different from one another. A stereotype shown in this film is that many teenagers don't actually experience types of mental illnesses and that it's just a part of life or puberty, which isn't true. This all connects to the audience, specifically young teens, because it represents teenagers who may be going through something. It also shows audiences how depression or anxiety or any mental illness in general can affect their high school experiences, ranging from grades or fitting in with quote-unquote social crowds and groups, all while showing that if you're a person going through a mental illness, you're not alone. Now on to question 2. How does your product engage with audiences and how would it be distributed as a real media text? As said before, the main target audience is young teens going through a type of mental illness or just a rough time in their life while in high school. But it's also for a group that's interested in the effects of mental illnesses or those who just enjoy a good mystery or suspense film. This film involves all stereotypes like white, African American, Asian, Hispanic, etc. There's also no specific gender orientation that this film focuses on. Not only does the film bring audiences engagement, since it's bringing light to the issues of mental illness in high school teens, but it's also gets the engagement because it's creating a sense of suspense when the audiences figures out that the voice in the voiceover is the same person that left that mysterious notebook, making them want to know why she did that and where she actually is now. Me and my groupmate both decided to use different types of lighting to create different moods in the film, like filming a scene in a dark lit hallway after the character Rebecca found Amy's notebook, while suspenseful music played in the background, or for another scene when the lighting was better lit, where a scene in the library showed the drawing of the eye in the notebook, which then cut to Rebecca walking out, making the audience want to know more and wanting to know what she might have found. We used different types of camera works and movements to create different types of feelings, like handheld shots to create an unsteady feeling. The film would be playing in theaters and would be available on any digital streaming services like Hulu, HBO Max, Peacock, Netflix, and Amazon Prime to give easy access for people who don't necessarily enjoy going out to watch the movies in the theater. The audience would be able to watch the film using one of the streaming services stated in the slide before on their TV, computer, phone, or any device that they're able to connect the streaming device to. Now on to question 3. How did your production skills develop throughout this project? Throughout the school year, I did many different activities that ultimately helped me with my filming process and skills. I did different types of preliminary exercises that focused on me learning and understanding the types of camera shots, movements, and techniques used in film. I also did research and watched movies that all fell under the type of film I wanted to film and saw what they did to make the audience engaged. And towards the time that I had to start filming, I took passes during class, practiced my own camera work in order to make sure my film came out the way I wanted to in the future. Blogging had a big part in my media studies experience, especially since I never made a blog and never planned to make one. Blogging helped track all the work I've done in class. It helped me keep track of the research I have done. And blogging also helped me stay engaged with the production since I blogged all the steps and the processes of the filming. While in the process of before making the movie, I watched different types of movies ranging from the different types of genres before I decided to make a movie with mystery and suspense, while also revolving around mental health. The movies that helped me make this decision were Donnie Darko, Prisoners, Inception, Shutter Island, and Girl Interrupted. While planning the storyline, I made film scripts and made PowerPoints of camera angles that I could possibly use and how I would interpret them into the movie, and made storyboards that had to do with the genre movie I wanted to do. The final storyboard I made was for the actual final script of the film. The practical skills I learned were the camera work skills I learned in class, knowing how to use shot sizes and angles to add to the plot of the film, and being able to fulfill the task achievement while being able to work with a partner. The software that was used through this process was a laptop used to edit the films and combine scenes together, and then an iPhone 13 Pro to actually film the scenes. For group production skills, me and my partner Elisa both were engaged in the making of the film and were both given equal responsibilities for the film while also giving our own opinions on what we should and shouldn't do while filming and what to add or not to add. How did you integrate technology, software, hardware, and online in this project? For filming, we used an iPhone 13 Pro, and to edit, we used a laptop. To record the voiceover, we used a standard recording microphone. To edit the videos, we used CapCut and WeVideo to combine the clips and scenes together and add transitions if we wanted to from clip to clip. We also used YouTube to find and add background music to add more to the plot of the movie. Microsoft Word was used to make the scripts and to document any types of changes we wanted to make for the film so we were able to remember them. Blogger was the main thing used during this whole process since it was what we used to blog the steps and the process of the filmmaking. Lastly, Microsoft PowerPoint was used to make the various types of presentations we did in class, including this one. Overall, the experience of media studies has not been the easiest, but it was definitely worth it. I was able to learn how to work with others, was able to experience firsthand how the process of making a film is like, and am now able to confidently say, I know and understand media and how it works. Thank you, Cambridge, for giving me this opportunity.